Season 4, and a bit of excitement now. My head coach and my DC, as per usual, and my special teams coach are all expiring, so I can finally renew the staff. So hopefully we can get a good overhaul here. The offensive coordinator doesn't expire yet, but if I find a good one, then I might fire him and eat the cap hit. Sorry, not cap hit, eat the salary hit. And I would like to get a new doctor, but he's 9 million, so I don't really want to eat that hit, so I'll probably leave him. And I'm also going to upgrade the training complex and the gym. The gym just gets me a bit of extra TP, and the training complex will really help to boost some of the guys. And I just wanted to wait till I hit 500 million finance to get that little boost to finances on my GM. So first port of call is obviously the scout. And I had a look through earlier, and I'll just show you the top guy, One Howard, and he's nothing on the legendary Levi Mac. So we'll be keeping him for another season, and we're going to upgrade him a little bit as well, just to give him a bit more knowledge and to give us a bit more market knowledge. And that will help us find better staff members and better college players. So yeah, Levi Mac staying for another year. And also, everybody, meet your new head coach, Atlas Wallace, with 98 intelligence. I'm loving that. So we're going to sign into his 3-year deal, pop down the salary, up the bonus, and we've got our head coach of the future. So we're very excited about Wallace, and we're delighted to get our first proper coach in. And as you can see, a lot of the players have upped 1 overall thanks to the intelligence from the new coach. Big bonus. Next up, we also managed to find our new special teams coach, Willie Green, only 39 as well, and into 90 intelligence. And he's aggressive, which I like, which makes no difference, but I love that he's aggressive. So yeah, we've got a new special teams coach of the future as well. Coaching staff is looking great. So I also managed to find my OC of the future. So we're firing Sean, and I found Cody Sims, 41 years old, 5-star potential, great personality, good intelligence, and he's the vertical screen, so we're going to be throwing the ball a lot. And I like to round off my coach's skills, so I'm taking him from 79 to 80 and 64 to 65 in play calling and training. It's just something I like to do. It's a bit silly, but it's like an OCD thing. I've also managed to find a good psychologist, so fired the current guy. I'm bringing in Barry O'Brien, 97 intelligence and already at 78 personality boost, which is really good. The personality boost brings up players' personalities, so some of them might jump from a yellow to a green, like in the 70s to the 80s, and that helps bring their contracts down. So psychologist is really useful. So we got our guy. Yeah. Now to give me new coaches a boost. Now the OC training definitely needs a bump, plus 10, so that gets to 75. And we're probably going to bump him up a bit, but we're going to go bump up the special teams coach now, just to make sure we've got enough TP. So we want to see how much we want to take everyone up. So Willie Green's going to get a jump in play calling and a little bump in training as well. So that's going to improve him to 78, and so the special teamers will get a little boost now. They've got plus 3 overall and also a little training boost. Alright, so back to Cody Sims, the new OC, and I think we're going to give him a boost to training. I like play calling at 80. All the players got plus 4 overall, but early on training's important, because if you can get them plus 4 overall every season, then that's much better than play calling. So I'm going to up the training, and you'll actually see this season my players will start to get training after each game, and you'll see a few more upgrades, whereas we had blank pages before. So this is definitely going to help. Right, I've had a look through the college kids, and we've found a gem here. So when I get a good coach, I search by scheme, because I know that coach is going to be with me for the long haul. And as you can see here, coincidentally, the top QB in the draft is our scheme. It's amazing. Daxton Washington. He is the franchise QB of the future for the Las Vegas Raiders. 5-star potential, 23 years old. He's got a B+ rating, great intelligence, great personality. welcome to the team. Since I know that we're going to be drafting Daxton Washington with the number 1 pick, I decided to trade away Daniel and a few other unhappy players and just get an extra first pick. You should always be looking out for that kind of thing. If you can get rid of some players and get a first rounder for the next season, it's worth doing. And the time is now, everybody. Here we are, the 2025 draft. We like this kid. We are definitely going to be taking Daxton Washington with the first pick. I just feel like we've really lucked out here. It's the first season we've signed our coach of the future, and coincidentally QB fits our scheme. I just can't believe our luck, to be honest. 83 overall. That's a great start. Contract's low, so for a good 4 seasons we'll be able to sign some other players. And also, if you look here, his weekly training efficiency points are plus 53. That's the best we've had since we started, and that's because we've bumped up the training facility and also the coordinator. We've already got him at plus 4 scheme fit, the coordinator, so that really helps. And also we're up the offensive coordinator's training, so that therefore Daxton Washington should actually upgrade a few levels this season. At least that's the hope anyway. Let's go! So delighted we've got our QB of the future, but the rest of the draft actually wasn't that great outside the sort of top 10-15 players, so I decided to trade away a first rounder and pick up some veterans from another team who have decent overalls. As with Daxton Washington now, we can maybe start trying to trade for older, higher overall players to maybe start doing something. Not this year, but maybe the next couple of seasons. As I said, the draft went great after the sort of top 10 picks, but we've got a QB of the future. I don't know if you can tell, but we've finally got someone we can care about, and I'm very, very excited. We got a bit of depth from the extra players, but they're for bumping up the negotiation skill for the GM, but overall very happy. So right now, I'm just going to cut this guard, because he was taking up quite a bit of the salary cap, and he weren't going to start, so there's just no need to keep him. And we weren't going to take any cap hit, so you just don't need it. Get rid. Alright, let us begin the Daxton Washington era against the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, he takes a bit of a loss there, but as expected. Oh, but he goes up a rating already to 84. So Washington already with level up. Hopefully see that a few more times this season as the OC has got his training bumped up a bit. So hopefully offensive players. There's our first win of the season against the Broncos. Very nice. Washington is looking alright so far. Almost 500 yards, few TDs, no interceptions, decent QBR. He's looking nice. And I reckon Lane and Jennings are going to have another good season. Those two linebackers seem to play very well. Brown's up next. 322 yards and 4 TDs. That is pretty damn good. And again, he gets a bit more throw power. He needs that, to be fair. 73 now on throw power. We are loving Washington, to be honest. He's performing at a decent level already. Again, good yardage, 3 TDs, again 1 interception. That's not bad. Jennings gets a nice little bump, although he's got a bad personality, so he won't be sticking with the Raiders. When he's in his last year of his contract, we'll keep him until his last year, then we'll trade him away. Washington again, 85 overall. And defensive players surprisingly got another bit of training there. I didn't think any defensive guys would get any bumps this year, but they've already had some training. But again, another offensive guy. I think we might see an offensive player get a little bit of training every week now, to be honest. It's that's looking pretty good. Although that game's not looking that good. Smashed. There you go, special team and offensive players. It's so much better to see players getting training after games. Oh yes, 34-24 against the Ravens. Oh, Jennings, 16 tackles. There you go, offensive players. Riley getting a little bump to 82, the wide receiver. I believe in his second season with the Raiders. Washington, another good game, 350 for 3 and 1 TDs to interception ratio. Washington getting more throw power. This is very enjoyable. We've got a couple of wins under our belt already. Washington's training up nicely, and another win. So we beat the Saints. This is nice. And more intelligence there. Some kickback for Pena. That's good. What is quite nice actually is that our position groups aren't last overall. Offence is 30th, defence is 31st, and special teams 19th. That's quite nice. But yeah, as I think most people know, special teams doesn't really matter too much. All special teams does is get you bumped to your overall score, but it doesn't really affect the game too much. I mean, a good kicker is fairly important, but your returner and your punter, they're not really important, because the only reason the kicker is important, because if you've got a good kicker, they can make field goals from like 60 yards, but a bad kicker can't. So it is important to have that, to be honest. Yeah, Washington's just continues to play well this season, and Lane Jennings. And the great thing is, we have had players getting training bumps after every game, so that's been really good to see. So if we just keep training that up, then that'll just keep getting better and better. And Washington up to 86 overall now. We did make the off-season. Chargers and Chiefs did, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we can maybe over the next couple of seasons might make a little charge for a playoff spot, but got to overcome our division first, I suppose, or at least get a 500 record maybe. No training there, but that's because we're resting, not playing. Patriots Giants final. Let's see if Giants can get another. And indeed they do. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I thought that was going to be Washington, but it's Kennedy, who didn't have very good stats, to be honest. Whereas Washington, over 4,000 yards, 32-5 touchdown interception ratio, QBR of 106.8, and 500 rushing yards. Well, either way, that's a good season compared to the others, and I'm excited about next season, so let's go!